Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome today to Blood Bowl 2. If any of you have been around for any amount of time, you're probably going to know that I absolutely adore Blood Bowl. So, I was pretty quick on the pre-purchase of this game after I heard that it was pretty good. So, yeah, I took a bit of a gamble on it, I pre-purchased it, and if you pre-purchase on the PC, you get a choice between two factions that were going to be released later on as DLC anyway, so you kind of get a free race if you do pre-order, which is quite good. So, what I've decided we're going to do, I'm going to create a team during the beta. This is currently the beta, the game will be out in a couple more days yet. But if you pre-purchase, you get access to the beta straight away. They're not going to remove your progress or anything like that in leagues, because at the minute you can't do the campaign, you can only do online multiplayer, or you can do against AIs or local other players as well. So, and there's also only access to a couple of teams. So what I want to do is we're going to create a team out of the 4 that are available to me in the beta. So I want to make a Dwarf team because they look pretty damn good, but I've never played one, and I know they're quite punchy, so I generally quite like that. So I think we're going to try one of these. It says the skill level's higher on them, so we'll have to see about that. Quickly show you what's roughly different with the general settings. There is new cameras and stuff like that. You can revert back to the old Blood Bowl 1 ways, which is quite nice, because I do find the camera in this one a little weird, but I'm going to leave it on for the sake of this video so you can see like the direct changes, and you'll get to see some of the new like tackle animations and things like that as well. So I'm quite looking forward to this. I've played a couple of matches with an Orc team, but I haven't played with any of the other teams in the new mode. I've only played against them. So we're going to try a team that I've never even played in the original Blood Bowl. I've played a bit of Chaos Dwarf, so if they're anything like that, maybe I'll have a rough idea, but... Right, what we got. Incredibly strong and enduring, made for defence and exhausting the enemy. They can beat any kind of opponent when it comes to a fight. As swift as snails, which is their weakness. Basic players are expensive, even if they're good. The Death Roller is not the most easy managed big guy. Well, generally I don't use big guys all that often, so I'll probably avoid that anyway. Right, enter your team name. Since I'm a bit of a Warhammer fan and the Age of Sigmar is in full flow at the minute, we're going to call this Galmaraz. Will be the team name, if it'll let me. It probably won't. Oh no, it looks like I might be able to get away with having Galmaraz. And we're going to use the motto... what should we have? Yeah, we'll have Bitterly Splendid. Which is something that I've taken to saying recently, so you'll have to ignore that. Right, let's see what symbol we want. It's got to be the axe head. It just looks too cool. Ooh. What armour do we want? What do we... Oh, that looked quite good. I like the white knot. That looks nice. I like that. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Can we get that? We can. And this is going to be our stadium. So in Blood Bowl 2 you actually also have a home stadium for your team, and you slowly upgrade it with your points as well, rather than just also buying new players. Again, I'll go with the whole Age of Sigmar thing, and we'll call it Sigmar's Stand. There you go. Do I want an automatic choice of roster? No, I want to do it all myself. So, I'm not going to take the big guy. As much as the Death Roller is kind of amazing. Because, I mean, you can see all those different things he's got on him. So we got like Break Tackle, Dirty Player, Juggernaut, Mighty Blow. But he's a secret weapon. And that really puts me off. Because that means he can get sent off. Once a drive ends, so if you score a touchdown, he gets sent off anyway. So I don't like that, because it means you're going to lose him one way or the other, and I just don't take for that. So I think it's going to be a case of 2 Troll Slayers, 2 Blitzers, 2 Runners, and then as many Longbeards as we can get. Because the good thing with these guys is pretty much all of them have got block. I think the only ones that don't are... Yeah, it's Runner. Runner is the only one who doesn't automatically have block, which is kinda nice. And these guys are pretty hard to kill as well, so any investment in these guys should be quite good. So we definitely want 2 Troll Slayers. What head do we want? Oh my god, yes. There's only 2, so we'll have 1 of each, so we're going to have him. I'm not going to bother renaming them, just for the sake of quickness. So we'll take another one. Yeah, he has the other head. Fantastic. So we've got our 2 Troll Slayers. Now we're going to take our 2 Blitzers. So, I'm just going to I'm not even going to look at the others. We're just going to have that. That needs to be a Blitzer. And what else should we have? Oh my god, yes. He looks like a blitzer. Right, so those are my... Right, now runners.
Ah, the Guild of
I think we'll just take
Bandits and
that.
affiliated trades.
And the other runner, I think, can
Yes, I saw
be...
your infamous after-dinner speech
We'll have a
at last
blonde.
year's GBAT Awards.
Right, so that gives us 6
The
players.
following riot
So,
was really
it's
quite
all longbeards now. So these are basic sort of oh yeah, we'll have that. So who else have we got? We haven't had one of them yet, so we'll have one that's a bit bashed up. He's a lineman after all, so he's probably going to get punched around a fair bit, and it looks like we're going to have to reuse a couple of beards now. We'll take another one of them. And we'll have another one of them. Right, so that's our 11 players, which is a full team. We're going to go with that, I think. It's 150,000 left. So we're going to take... Ooh. One reroll. I don't know about... I might actually not take an apothecary at all. Because it's pretty hard to damage a dwarf. So I'm thinking that might be £50,000 that I basically never use, which would be more reliably spent on a reroll. So let's take a secondary reroll. We're not going to get an apothecary, which is a risk, but I'm going to take that risk. We're going to get some cheerleaders, we're going to get an assistant coach, and we're going to get some fan factor just to make sure we've at least got some kind of contest in the starting events. Then we'll take some extra cheerleaders and I think a little bit of extra fan factor as well. I think that is the start of our team. So that's going to be our team. I quite like that. So these are going to be betterly splendid. Right, now we're going to give these guys a go. So I'm going to take a go against I'm just going to do an easy AI just so we can give them a try. And I'm going to use Galmaraz. And we will go against... Should we go against a human team? Yeah, well, let's go against a human team. Sure. And we'll do it in our stadium, of course. Let's do it. I'm looking forward to this.
Steady, bold.
Now, I'll most likely do this as multiple videos, because obviously you probably know Blood Bowl matches take quite a long time. And I want to show the full match. So, Blood Bowl 2 takes a little bit longer, because obviously there's a lot of animations and things like that, which I'll probably let play through. So yeah, this will probably be a multiple video thing, depending on how long it takes. If it's not too bad, or I think it flows quite well, then I'll leave it as one big video, but more than likely it's going to be maybe 2 or 3 videos. So there's our bunch of lads. There's all the blondes are in a line. They're going to be the triplets. Our team's looking pretty good. Now, they've got an ogre on there. Okay, so we're going to have to watch out. I'm going to skip them for now anyway. So, coin toss. I don't actually think you get to pick this. I think in AI games, I think it just lets you pick one. So, we're going to receive the ball. Okay, so this is our team setup. So we want our troll slayers right in the thick of it here, really. I think I want to bring them in just a little bit. Bring them a little bit more central. Are these our linemen here, our longbeards? So he's a longbeard, you're a longbeard. Okay, that's fine. I think we want to send the blitzers out and forward just a little bit more. Like that. Then we want to have a secondary lineman about here. Because that now gives us a complete tackle zone across the board. Shouldn't I have an extra blitz? Did I take... No, don't. Ignore me. You can only have 2 blitzers. Ignore me. And then I think I'm going to send one runner up just a little bit more. And then we'll have one about there, right at the point of the axe. There we go. I think that's going to be my basic offensive setup. I think that's quite good. So let's go with that. Okay, the kickoff. There's a riot. The trash talking between 2 players degenerates and then explodes into a riot involving all players. Both teams lose a turn. Well, that's going to make this considerably shorter. So, it's automatically turn 2. So, turn 1 was very exciting. Right, let's have a look. What can we do? I think the first thing we're going to do is start looking at how many dice we can throw against people. That ogre is proving to be slightly annoying for making these troll slayers a bit of a problem, but troll slayers are quite good at taking out big guys like this. So how much can we get if we blitzed him 1 dice? Okay, well in that case then we're going to get him marked. We're going to get some marking done.
Close and personal, Bob.
Need to be close. So close they can smell your
So
breath
we're
and
going
see
to just
the
keep
dead insects in
marking
your
these guys. Now we're going to wait a second. And I think it's time to start maybe doing some punching. So I think the first thing we're going to do is try and pick up the ball where possible. I think we'll be better taking you to do it. So you're going to try and pick it up because you've got a nice bit of support from them.
Has just picked up the ball.
That's not their style. They must be
Then you're
up to
going to walk
something.
over here, and we're going to start making use of you to start forming the first part of our cage. So if we can get a decent dwarf cage set up, well then basically they're in a lot of trouble. And we're going to put a blitzer here right at the front. Nice bit of a tanker right at the front. Right, now we can start punching people. So this is 1 dice throw-in though, which I don't really like all that much. I think we're just going to risk it. We're going to risk a 1 dice. It's a push. I can live with the push. So we're going to push him back that way. Oh yes, of course they get frenzy. So we're going to go for another push. We're going to push him into the tackle zone of that. Right, so we've taken him away. Let's give our Longbeards a chance of a punch. Oh no, we definitely don't want that. Oh, we got it again anyway. Okay, so we failed that one. So there we go. That went badly. I mean, a both down would have been slightly better for me, but nonetheless. Right, they're going to try and beat up my Troll Slayer, which does make a lot of sense, because it's probably one of my better players on the team. They're having to stack up a lot of people, though, to actually take him on. Without that Ogre boosting their strength, these guys are quite tough to take down. Here we go. They're sending like 5 guys to try and beat him up. They got it down. Bam! I love these new animations. These new animations are absolutely fantastic. So we only got to base it down though, so he can be stand straight back up in a minute, and he has to take it down. So he didn't actually manage to get much done, which is nice. Obviously, this is easy AI, so it's expected it's not going to go that great for him. Right, we're going to move him into a tackle zone to support this guy. We can't really do much with that. We're going to get that troll player to stand straight back up and put all them back into a tackle zone. Oh, no. I kind of want to leave you with the tackle zone, so let's do this.
Moved right next to a teammate.
Both down. Unfortunately, he has block, so it's not really going to do anything, but I'll take that because I don't really want to waste a reroll. And let's get him to move up to here. And we'll get him to move up there. Now this is dangerous going next to the border of the field like this, but it's just the fact that he's there, kind of in place. Now, let's have another go at knocking this guy down. No. Okay, so we've got another block again. Let's try and take this little guy out. That's what we want. Let's get rid of him all the way over there. Bang! Come on. No, nothing particularly special there. Still 2 dice against us, which is not good at all. Let's get a blitzer to have a punch at this guy. There we go. And yeah, we'll follow him. Come on, let's get ourselves some blood. No, we got a stun, so he's got to stay down for an extra turn. Right, because he's down, I think I'm going to try and maybe run. He is going into 3 tackle zones here, but it's extra support on this ogre. So, is that going to help at all? Nope. Should we take a risk on this guy? I think we should. That's what we're here for. Oh dear, we don't want that. I need to stop wasting rerolls, really. Right, and I'll follow him because now he's in more tackle zones, which is much better. Okay, and I guess we'll have to leave it at that for now. It seems strange playing a dwarf team. It really does. I'm not quite used to dwarf mechanics just yet. I think it's going to take a little bit of time to get into them, but I've played against some bloody good ones, so I'm hoping we can get some good results out of them. Right. Oh, I got the stumble. They're really picking on my troll slayers, aren't they? They really don't like him. They really... Oh, they actually managed to stun him as well. Okay, so he's down for nearly 2 turns. You're going to get another stumble here. They're really getting quite lucky on the pushing down my dwarfs at the minute. I didn't expect that from a human team. They're doing well. Another stumble? How are they getting so lucky on these rolls? Right. I think the problem here is I've put too much emphasis on protecting the ball.
Oh, that's a good take.
Oh, he had to take them both down, which means he got a punch in the face, because we have block. Block is just too useful. Right, let's sort ourselves out here. You people that are down, stand back up and stop being wetters. Come on. What have we got? Tackle on you. Only 1, which is a bit of a pity. I think here a handoff would be better, but we're probably going to fail it, in all honesty. I would much rather try and actually punch through.
This formation gives them a safe progression. It's going to be hard to
this seems like the right thing to do, is to literally just punch our way through, as a dwarf should. Dwarf are about strength and endurance. So we've got another stun there, which now means that my ball carrier can actually walk up here in complete safety, and then we'll put a runner here as like an extra tackle field that they need to get round, because he's stunned so he can't really do much unless they can break this line. They're not really getting anywhere. He can get somewhere, but we're going to change that right now, I think, and send this guy over there just to put them in a tackle zone. We really want to down this guy. What can the Troll Slayer get on that? He's still -2. This seems pretty crazy. We're going to give this a risk. Dead again. I'm going to just stop giving that a risk, because it seems that the dice are against me today. Nuffle is not on my side. Look at all this wasted potential here. Okay, so now he's been able to get up. This guy's not in a tackle zone here. Yeah, so he's going to go for the blitz on his own. Okay. And he got put down. He's going to try a re-roll. And we put him down anyway. So there we go.
Get up or get off the field.
We put him straight down, which is nice. Now, should we just go for the touchdown? I think we should. Let's just get the touchdown. Just so we've got one on our belt so I can play a little bit more extreme. There we go. That's what we like to see. That's it. Have a jug, mate. Wonderful. Right, I'm going to skip all this anyway because there's no injuries or anything for us to really have fun with. Right, we're now on defence. You know what? I actually really like that as a setup. But where are my runners? Are these the runners? Yes. I need one guy further back just in case they kick it right to the back of the field. So I actually think I'm going to put him back here. We're going to move you back here. You are going to swap with him. And then my runner's just going to back up to there because I don't want him getting pulled into a fight straight away if they do push through, which is probably quite likely. I don't think I'm going to put my Troll Slayers straight into it. In fact, let's swap this round. Let's try and free up the Troll Slayers a little bit this time. Yeah, let's try that. It frees up the Troll Slayers a little bit more, so hopefully they can put a little bit more into it this game. See, there you go. He's had to respond to the Troll Slayer, you see. Let's split him up just a little bit more. Right, we want to kick it about there, because then it can't really roll out the pitch. The team has been excellently prepped by the coaching staff. Galmaraz gains an extra team reroll for this half. That's good, because we'd actually run out of team rerolls, so that's kind of great for me. Okay, let's see what he does. Man, I'm looking forward to when all the other teams are out on this game. Has anyone played Blood Bowl or thinking about picking up the new Blood Bowl? Have you been looking through the teams and what teams you're thinking about playing? Because I've always had a Lizardman team. That's just always been the way. So I'll definitely be making one of them again. But I want to start messing with some of the teams that I've never really done much with. So I never used to really like Dark Elves, but I've decided that I really badly want to play a Dark Elf team. So I think that's going to be happening. And oh, come on, Troll Slayer, you need to put some work in here. You're actually giving them options that don't involve them being on the floor. Way, the little guy just absolutely takes out the ogre and stuns him. He was having none of your shit, mate. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. I just realised I didn't need him back there because it was defence, so they weren't going to be kicking it down here. I am an idiot. Oh well. We can free him up to then basically sprint up the field and take his place. So he is then free to sneak past these guys who've left this side of the field lovely and open. And we can just push him past just a little bit and start putting pressure on him so he has to respond to it. Okay, now, first of all, we move you up to there. You two have already got him marked. We're going to move you to here. So you're still in the tackle zone for the ogre, but you've also got him as well. I'm actually going to push this runner to there, so he's going to help with them. Right, let's start throwing some punches. Troll Slayer. Apparently you can still only get 1 dice, but yet this guy can get 2.
This is going to be decisive.
Stumble, that's what we want. Yes, let's follow him. Bang. Come on, let's get some injuries on the field here. Come on. What are you doing to me, boys? Let's see some injuries. Alright, we can get a 2 dice here. Come on.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
Come on, mate.
Grab 'em in turkeys and relax, Jim. We're gonna be
That's
here
the
for quite
one.
some time.
There we go. On the floor. That's what we want to see. Right, now you're going to move to there to put him in a tackle zone. Fantastic. That kind of worked, actually. Now, Blitzer, I want you... Ooh, that's only 1 dice, though. We got any 2 dices left on the field? We got 1 there. I'll take that.
As an assist.
Down. Yeah. Follow. Whack. Straight down. Now you.
Is the assist gonna be enough to come out on top?
Oh, it's enough. And he's down. Right. Now you're 2. You don't have block, so I'll go for you because there's more chance that I'll be successful, which I wasn't. 1 dice are just absolutely cursed for me. I'm going to push you over there because it means that you can't actually then support each other anymore. Right, that seems better. I kind of want to put the boot on him, but I won't. I'm going to just leave him marked, but then he's a lineman. He doesn't have any... I'm just going to risk it. I know I've said I wouldn't, but I'm just going to risk it. I'm not going to push him to him. I'm going to push him away from him so we can try and split up some more of these people so they can't assist each other in fights. There we go. That looks good. Okay, so they've got a lot of standing back up to do. The ogre still can't stand back up, which is nice, because he kind of dominates the centre of the field somewhat. Right, so he's going to try and dodge out of that, which somehow he manages to do. He's going to jump out of 2 tackle zones to go and blitz him, which is kind of crazy. And he gets it first time, which is annoying. Ooh. It's pushed me towards my alloys though, so that's not too bad. Going for another tackle over here. Gets the push.
Intimidation is the key. That was one of my strengths when I was still playing.
And he gets a punch in the face, but he manages to re-roll it, so he just gets a push. That's a shame. He's holding on to his re-rolls quite well, considering. Right. You get back up and stop being down on the floor, because that's just not going to do us any good at all. Okay. You're still free. So we kind of want to be at least making you head up the field to make him panic about us getting to this ball carrier. What's your chances against him? 1. We don't want to take anything less than a 2 dice. We got a 2 dice against you. So we're going to push you over there. I'm going to follow you. Wallop. Right, so now you're not assisting this other player, so it should be a 2 dice over here as well. Which it is. And we're going to push you again. Unfortunately, I'll get frenzy again, so we get another go, and we'll take that down. I'm going to push you over that way, so you're even further from your friend. And he's on the floor. Much better. 1 dice. 1 dice. 1 dice. Still only 1 dice though for that, which isn't really that great. I wanted to see if I could push him out the field, because then we could take him out straight away. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't really want to put my runner in a tackle zone, but I kind of want him to go and support someone. There we go. There's one. And I will follow him for now. Come on, where's all the injuries? I think we're just going to jump into that. Oh dear, I completely didn't realise that was a tackle zone. Luckily, I managed to get away with it, so it's kind of fine. And we'll put you there to make more tackle zones here. That might actually give me a 2 dice against you now. Yes, it does. That's what we're looking for. Oh, yes. Love it. Absolutely love it. There we go. We got a stun. So that one's not getting up for a little while, which is good for us. We're gonna just give this a go. Oh, we got away with it. We actually got away with it. Yeah, we'll follow him. So he is down for the count. And you know what? I'm just going to try it again. Let's just do it. No, you see, that's what I get. That's what I get.
That wouldn't have happened in my...
Right. I didn't actually really get to move that runner. I probably should have done that first. He now gets to freely move, which... Is that a catch? No, it's a lineman. Okay. Everyone's slowly getting back up. The ogre's back up as well, which is a slight problem for us. As long as he's up here though, we've nearly reached half time. So if we can just hold out till half time, it means all this will reset anyway. Admittedly, I do then have to kick the ball, and he just got stunned, which is awful. They're going for a blitz. It's a push. That's not too bad. They still haven't dealt with this guy who's in blitz distance of that ball carrier. Okay. I think they may have just given me... Yeah, they've just given me a pretty good chance of actually getting a tackle on this guy here, because this guy isn't in a tackle zone, so he can run over to here and mark him in the first place.
This could be a sack.
And then this guy is going to just charge over, and hopefully we're going to break his legs.
This could be fun. Especially
Neither one of those is involving me breaking his legs. But now, at the very least, we have got 2 dwarfs right next to him, and he can't really do much. We're going to try. I don't want to be standing in the centre, so I'm going to risk it going for it, which is probably a really bad idea with a dwarf, but we got away with it, so he's now not in a dangerous place. Okay, what have we got around here that we can throw? We've got a 2 dice here. I will take that. That is perfect. And now I can follow him, so he is back in a tackle zone. So we've got him marked at the very least now. Okay. What else have we got? We've got a 1 there, a 1 there. We know what the ogre one is, so that's not even worth looking at. A 1 here. And I've probably got loads of -1s against them, so I don't really want to take that either. Okay. It's half time, so let's just risk some punches and see if we can take out some important players. We might get lucky and cause some serious injuries, so I think the best thing to do is just take the risks right now. And try and actually do some damage. No, there we go. And he got stunned as well, which is awful. But it shouldn't matter anyway because it's half time, so he should be right back in it in a second. Right, so they get their final turn now to try and do something. I don't think it's possible for them to score, but they can do exactly what I just did and try and cause some permanent damage to me to make the second half a little bit easier on themselves. Hopefully my dwarfs are up to just taking a few punches. Oh, they're going to put a stop to him. See, if we'd have had another round, I may have been able to do something to this guy, but
Not a wise place to end your turn on the border of the pitch.
no, they get
If the
pushed.
player gets pushed into the crowd, well, it took 3 days to piece the body back together.
Ah, he got to save his last reroll for that very point. And now the ogre's going to go for him. Oh, this is dangerous. Ogres have a habit of causing serious pain. No, I got lucky. It's fine. The heavy armour is paying off for me right now. Both down, which means nothing happens.
they're both still standing.
Okay, so that's half time. Look, we can't even keep up. Our little stumpy legs. Alright, let's go thundering back out.